If you are using Firebase Dynamic Link, you have 18 days left before the shutdown forever. But don't panic. I've got it a perfect solution. Hi, product and family. I am AppsOnAir, and today I am launching AppLink, which is a drop-in replacement for Firebase Dynamic Link. On August 25th, Google is killing the Firebase Dynamic Link completely. That means that millions of applications will have a broken links, failed user journeys, and loss of conversions unless they migrate to an alternative. Application is specifically built for the team who want to migrate from Firebase Dynamic Link quickly and without breaking the existing flow. So let me just quickly provide walkthrough on AppLink feature. Okay, then let's get started with the AppLink demo. Right, so here you can see that I am on AppsOnAir website and I have one application that is called the App Barista. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an app link in this application. So when you log in the AppsOnAir portal, you'll need to create the application. After the creating of application, you'll find this option app link. You need to click on here and you'll get this kind of interface where you can start creating your first link. So before you create your first app link, you need to create a prefix URL, which will be your base URL for all the app links which you create under this prefix URL. Right. So let's get started with giving some name like a tab, for example, tabs, like the app barista, the coffee app, let's say tab. Okay, and by default we use the AppsOnAir domain. So let's say if you have a, like, you want to support the custom domain, right? So we do support the custom domain as well over here, where you can enter your custom domain, for example this, and you can complete the verification and stuff over here. But let's say if you are not, then you can anyway continue with the your AppsOnAir branded domain, right? So you can click on that. So you need to add over here your website URL. So you can add any link over here. For example, I'm adding uh, the App Barista website link, which is ultimate fallback URL. So in case it's like not able to resolve your link anyway, then it will be this one, right? After that, you need to select if you have application. So basically, the app link feature will be that it drive your app download as well if you configure over here. So yes, we have. So what I'll do, select the country and I'll search the application name. Yes. Okay. So once you search, you'll find the application on a store. You can get the team ID from the Apple developer account. And same way for Android, you have application, then you can search application on store, right? So you can either use the name or your bundle identifier or package name to select your application, right? And here you need to add your release key or debug key SHA. If you are using the custom URL schema, you can have. After that, you can add a multiple fingerprint. Then that's it, done. So you are done with the prefix. So you this is your base prefix, and each and every app link will be get created by suffix with this prefix, right? So if you refresh it, right, so you'll see that we have a new domain, go.apps. Right, now here is a T option. As I mentioned that we are supporting the Firebase import, so you can import the file from over here. So simple, let me just import the file from the Firebase which I received. So I exported the file and I'm just dropping the file over here, right? So after the dropping file over here, I'm uploading that CSV which I received from the Firebase. So we'll upload that CSV and process in the background, and you'll get a mail once this process completely done on backend servers. So once it's done, so you'll start seeing the links. So you can see the import is completed already because it has uploaded 3 links. So you can see all the links. So if I click on this, all the information like the prefix URL and everything. Let's say it's a test one, right? So everything is get created with the link you have, right? So these links are already imported and ready to use, right? And later on also, let's say this after importing this, if you want to configure the custom domain, right? So what you can do, you can import your prefix and later on configure the custom domain with the links. So all links will be start working with the custom domain. So let's say I click on that, I paste it over here, right? So what I'll do, it's redirecting to amazon.com, which is default by we configured. So let's create one link from the browser as well, right? So let's say we are creating the recipe. Let's say any recipe. Let's pick something, a recipe from over here, right? So let pick that coffee comp. So what will we do? We'll be using this recipe for app linking. So just write down this URL suffix whichever you like, and you can give name to your link. This is for readability purpose. Here is my deep link URL, which should be open, and by default, based on the prefix URL configured, it select the option automatically that you have app, so it will open the details in your application directly, the recipe in your application, because you have already application. Let's say if you want to select to open in a browser, let's say you want to select in a other way, right? So this is default behavior on the iOS. So let's say this link you create over here, let's say this one link you create open on a iPhone or Android, right? Then it will be work as per your selection options, right? So this is for iOS. I want that it should open in application. Let's say app is not open or not installed on the Android or iOS devices, then it should get downloaded from the App Store. It should redirect user to the App Store or Play Store. So same is for iOS, and here it's for Android. And last step, so let's say if you have any social media metadata, you can add over here. It's optional. So I'm creating that, right? And after that, you have this link. So if we click on that, and if we, let's say I'm closing it, I'm pasting it over here, then I'm opening it in a browser. So you can see it's redirecting me to this recipe. If you are trying to open it on a mobile application, and if you have App Barista app installed, then it will take you to this recipe directly in the application. If you don't have App Barista application, so it will take you to Play Store or App Store based on the device you are using, Android or iOS, and it will ask you to download the application. And once you open the application, you'll get information that you need to redirect to this recipe, right? So this is something we created that. Apart from this, if you see that we show the analytics as well. So if you click on that, so you can see that I opened the link one time. So you can see there's a one click and one day redirection. So if any application get downloaded through this, then you get the app download install count as well. So this is something how you can create a prefix, you can create the app links, how you can import from the CSV. Meanwhile, we have a whole set of documentation over here which you can go through directly, where we mention each and every steps, like including custom domain configuration over here. In that also we have a dynamic link migration document over here as well, where we have provided whole step how to export this link and what things need to be taken care, how to import. Everything is we mentioned over here as well, right? So this is something we do with replacement, and this will be make life easy for developer as well, right? Okay, so here we finish up with the demo. So what I want to include end of this video is that AppLink give you everything that Firebase Link had. Plus we have a better reliability, more customization, and most important that no deprecation deadline hanging over your head. So let's please try AppLink today and make your migration painless. Thanks for watching, and let's keep those journeys smooth. Thank you.